bit late than I normally stream, but I don't know. Just kind of a weird day. I think it started with didn't sleep terribly good last night, but also last night I was scrolling through. You see how I have daily dev here? Scrolling through LinkedIn, I have a lot of contacts on LinkedIn, and I think I just started thinking about how where I am in my knowledge and how I want to be, where I want to be in my knowledge. What do I want to accomplish, you know? Um, and just kind of I mean, not bad for me, honestly. Spend about 2 hours of moping, I guess is the best way to put it. Um, you know, just kind of thinking about comparing myself to other people and other people's accomplishments in their lives, and not focusing on what do I want, out of life. They're trying to achieve. I assume they're trying to achieve what they're wanting out of life, and then just need to focus on what I want to do. Also, I spent some time watching those 2 hours of moping. Spent some time watching some YouTube videos done by very successful, YouTubers like Mark Rober, people who are passionate about things and are going out to build things that they're passionate about, do things that they're interested in. It just made me realize that hey, if you're passionate about something, you need to go do it. So I don't know. Maybe this will change up my day and how I structure things. Maybe I won't use, I'll reevaluate what I'm doing. But ultimately, I love every day coming on and learning something new about an algorithm or just knowing how to solve the problem that I'm faced with. But I really do enjoy the creativity of building my own project. I've had a lot of fun with this project. And yesterday, I spent a lot of time being stuck. Not being stuck, but coming up with many, many ideas and having this huge, like I'm creating more and more things that would go into the MVP of a project, right? And I've said this before and time again. I just need to stay focused and finish the task at hand. And then I think there should also be a place for those ideas. So I need to find a suitable place to have a list of those ideas. And I don't think it should be in the code. um, Maybe I should put them in the README. That could be a good place. Let's Hey, thanks Wesley, appreciate that. Um, I'm gonna put that if um, if you are working on a personal project, let's make a LinkedIn post because that's a great community, and then I'll put it in my chat as well for the. If you are working on a personal project, where do you put the awesome um, you guys see someone just messaged me. Um, if you guys are working on a personal project, where do you put the amazing, the extra amazing, awesome, non MVP ideas when they come to you. My current thought is to put it in the README under a section called Future Features. And we will put that in our Discord chat because I think that's a great discussion. All right. Cool. And let's go to HackerRank and learn some things, or solve some problems at least, right? All right, algorithms. And I will say this, that just working through challenges, and I'm not talking about coding, I'm talking about spending 2 hours to just kind of mope and reflect and be in that moment is refreshing to when you come out of that. And obviously, if I can get that down to like 5 minutes, that would save me a lot of time. But I think it's just a normal emotion that we all probably go through in different parts. And just working through that, realizing, going through that cycle. I think we all have cycles. Anyway, let's get back to let's work on some code now. And I'll post this in the Discord and the chat. Cool. An avid hiker keeps meticulous records of their hikes. Oh, immediately when I read that, I'm like, oh, I hope they don't have me calculate like elevation. I think story problem, right? When they say that, I'm like, he starts at point A and point B, and the time that it takes him to get to point A and to point B is this time, but his normal time is this time. What is the average elevation gain? I don't know. That's I think of math. This kind of scares me, I feel like. Anyway, probably not like that. During the last hike that took exactly steps. During the last hike that took exactly steps. For every step, it was noted that. No. It becomes literally the problem. I hoped it wasn't. No. All right, let's just read. During the last hike that took exactly steps, for every step, it was noted if it was an uphill U or downhill D step. Hikes always start and end at sea level. All right, then. And each step up or down represents 1 unit change in altitude. We define the following terms. A mountain is a sequence of consecutive steps above sea level, starting with a step up from sea level and ending with a step down to sea level. A valley is a sequence of consecutive steps below sea level, starting with a step down from sea level and ending with a step up to sea level. Given a sequence of up and down steps during a hike, find and print the number of valleys walked through. Oh, counting valleys. The hiker I don't know why, but like if you're only doing like 8 steps, I don't know if you could call that a valley. I feel like there should be a distance that we also calculate here. But okay, but this is how they define a valley. So same with a mountain. If you walked 8 steps, I wouldn't exactly call, my 2-year-old might say that's a mountain, but not necessarily. Yeah. So the hiker first enters a valley 2 units deep, right? Because down, down. Then they climb out and up onto a mountain. Sorry, it's picturing someone taking 8 steps, and this is how they describe it. They enter a valley 2 units deep. They climb up and out. They climb out and up onto a mountain 2 units high. Finally, the hiker returns to sea level and ends the hike. Complete the counting valleys function in the editor. We're given steps and the string. I always like to just console log it just to make sure I understand what it looks like. I think I did that backwards, but that's okay. So that's path, this is steps, cool. All right, thinking caps on. So we need to be able to keep track of the letters. The letters are what the letters are what is telling us whether we are moving up or down. So something needs to read the letters. Reads input, right? So first, iterate through array. And read input. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, it is a string. Okay. I was like, it shows it in an array here. So we'll say iterate through string and read each letter. We could count. I'm wondering if there's an easier way to do this. We do need to do it in order because that's how we know if we're in a valley or not. We need to keep track of sea level, which is 0, right? So we could say like const sea level, and then if sea level is 0, and letter is D, then we would add, right? We have another. I guess these would be lets, wouldn't they? But, so let counter valleys would increase valleys by 1. So we have this, we could even put this in a for loop, right? So let I equal 0, I is less than our length. Okay. So if sea level is equal to 0 and the letter is equal to D, then we are entering a valley. And we could have a couple others, right? So if it's equal to D, then we'll do sea level. Got to subtract. Else. If I can find it. So we have this. So we start at 0. And this could be our sea level. No. This has to iterate through the string. Sea level is like where we are at in the mountain. This could, yeah, it's gotta end at 0. I don't know if this would, I feel like this might do it. Let's give it a shot. See what we get. Can I iterate through that like this? I haven't done this in a bit. So if I'm iterating, can I say string at index 2 and it will give me the character? I feel like that is accurate. Oh, sorry, not string. Was it steps? That is, no, it's path. Awesome. Okay, cool. That's what I wanted to make sure. And this is going to be path. And this will be path. Oh, I have letter again. Might help if I valleys. Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right. Yep. Looks like that will work. Let's see if any edge cases that we didn't solve for. Nope. Looks like that's it. Pretty straightforward. All right. What do we want to say about that? Fun challenge. Cool. Let's see. Should we refactor this? I think this is pretty simplistic. I don't think I need to do more to it, so I'm gonna just leave it as it is. We'll just copy and paste this over to our Discord group. Excellent. All right. Well, what time is it? 11:15. So let's go ahead and get started on the personal project. Let's see if anyone replied to that Facebook post. See if we have any other ideas. No one reported on, blah, blah. No one talked on Discord yet. Here, I'm gonna just do this. LinkedIn. What we got? I'm live. Nope. That's it. That's okay. I'm sure everyone's busy. So, in the future. Oh, I needed that. I need that. Let's do this. Personal project time. We're gonna save some of our ideas. Wait, do I already have? Nope. Okay, cool. Go to Jira, grab our board. Maybe I can type. I'm gonna go to make sure I have the GitHub. Figma is the other one I really need though. There we go. And let's go ahead and open up our project, which is right here. All right. So okay, but right above this, I'm gonna do one called, what do I call it? Future features. Let's do the menu. Oh, you surround it. For some reason, I don't think that's correct. I don't know. We'll follow it, see what it says. We'll follow this guide. Yeah, sometimes it works and then sometimes it doesn't, which is weird. See, like this is how they're doing it. Maybe we should just say menu ideas. Where's that one? All right, cool. I am going to go to the code because I'm pretty sure I have it. This is a to-do item. This is an extra. This is extra. So we'll go back to README. And then we'll grab all this. You guys can probably hear the lawnmower outside my window. Alrighty. We'll paste that in the README. Menu ideas. I love that. I really am excited about that idea. Hopefully I have time to implement that later. But it's adding things to the end, right? We don't want to gum up what needs to be happening right now. So, and I think this idea that I had for this also needs to do that. Home ideas. When hovering over the word web, I think this is actually all caps. The word web developer. When you click on the word, it flips the div over and shows a spin component. The what did I want? The component works like the Apple date selector, where you can slide up, you can to spin the through the different tech I am familiar with. So this flips, and then you can, it's a component of pictures that you can slide through, basically. So it looks, you know, like this. So these are like faded out, right? And you can kind of spin through it. Nice. When hovering over my image, the cool. I am shelving all of these right now. These are future features in the future features section. My README is going to be very long. I am bursting with ideas, so I always am looking at stuff and I'm thinking, what can I do to, like, you know, make this cool? So I'm a very creative person, which I don't want that to slow down my development. There's a lot of things that need to happen here, and I don't want it to be the MVP is all the items I currently have on this board. I don't want this project to suffer from not being finished. I think I'm gonna have to push out this development time a bit because we're on the home page, and just frankly, I don't even know if I can finish this in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. I have how many? I have to do some editing in the nav bar and homepage. I have to, the footer shouldn't be terrible. The homepage is going to take just a bit. Let's do it one thing at a time though, yeah. I think there's a big oversight on the nav bar. That's why I have to reopen this one and work through that. But let's go ahead and I have all those changes saved here. Let's push up our README. I have to look up which semantic messaging I need to use for this. Docs. Docs. Menu, and who's the other one? Home. Cool. Awesome. So now we can get checkout our, let's fix our nav bar problem. And then we can go back to home and continue working on home. Yeah. So get, oh, that's not what I wanted. Get checkout task. I wonder if I still have it. I'm pretty sure I do. MP-25. Pull all of our changes. I wonder if people stash changes if they're switching between branches. I wonder how people do that. Let's actually not worry about it. Let's go ahead and work with what we got. We're only going to be messing with navbar. This component, I'm pretty sure. So when we push up changes, we only want to push up the ones that we've done specifically for this one. And all we really care about is this thing here, which is currently doing that. We have this whole scroll bar that I completely missed. So that's a problem. Okay. Oh. Now it's gone. Let's refresh. There we go. So currently, if we go back to our Tailwind config, so translate X is adding Haha. So let's try overflow hidden. I think that sounds like a good solution. We'll have to open up a new tab for all of our Tailwind questions. Tailwind overflow hidden. Use overflow hidden. Cool. Let's go to navbar. We are going to add it to this guy. Wait. Menu needs it. I'm gonna just try sometimes. Hmm. Interesting. Just for the time being, let's go to home. So whoop. I want the overflow hidden not in the menu. I want the overflow hidden in the app. That makes more sense. Hmm. Let's try view width tailwind. Nothing. Oh boy. That's really interesting. Okay, so the entire application is smushed down currently, except for who's this? Who is this guy? It's the root. Okay. Can I was thinking about adding overflow hidden on the root, but um okay. Okay. So we're having trouble with this. Hmm. So menu, this div is somehow and full screen we have the same problem. And that's why we wanted the cover. And also why I want sticky on it as well. All right, so um hmm. So problem one. Okay. Yeah, this is not the priority. The priority is fixing the main problem, which is the this thing. Another actually thing is okay. Taking it back down to some roots here. Hmm. I'm gonna work on this for 10 minutes timer. Set a timer for 10 minutes. And then I have it well documented so I can come back and just hop back in. But in 10 minutes, I'm going to go take lunch. Then I'll have a meeting, and then I will come back and knock out this navbar issue. So our first problem that I would want to tackle, let's open up that navbar, or I'm sorry, menu. This is going to be like an older, it's going to happen later. So this is like the primary problem. I want this, and this is another primary problem. Menu should not close on initial load. You'll notice when I refresh, it closes. And the reason for that is because in app, is open is false, which triggers this menu, which slides animation to the slide out. What if that could be pretty simple? I'm thinking we could just make is open null initially. And then we wouldn't have an if else statement. because that's always going to trigger one of these, right? So let's say is open is true, then do menu. If is open is false, then show this one. Right? So it's initially false right now. Let's go to our undefined it's false C statements JavaScript. Yeah. There we go. Could we just do that? Okay, wait. So we change it to false. If it's true, if is open does not equal undefined. Okay. It's kind of funky, but it'll work. Go to our reducer where our initial state is. We'll put a question mark here and initially define this as undefined. And then I believe, hopefully I set this up right, so our actions should have a Boolean. And then let's take a look at where we're doing this. False and true. Cool. So we should be all set. Let's see if that took care of our first to do. It did not. Can I say this? All right, let's do something interesting. This is a JavaScript thingy. I'm thinking, so wait a second. If I say, let's make a function here, check. So if I say, let's say check is going to have a Boolean and a value. Okay. And if I say if Boolean opposite of Boolean does not equal value, okay, check. We're going to pass it false and undefined. Oh my gosh. So the opposite of false. Oh, wait. No, I did that wrong. We're passing it true. Oh, this is what I'm doing on the front end, right? Initially, it should be undefined. Okay, am I mixing myself up here? So initially, is open is undefined. What is the opposite of undefined? Okay, cool. I didn't know that. So the opposite of undefined is true. Um, so this is saying if, so this is true. True does not equal false, which is always true. Yeah. So undefined is equal to false, basically. Well, this isn't working the way I thought it would. Okay. So my initial solution was to have a third value that we could determine, but apparently that value would not work in this case because it is the same value actually, but it's not the same value. It is, but it isn't. Oh, what if we just do this? Um, it's still false. Okay, third idea. Instead of just Boolean or undefined, because that obviously doesn't work, we could do a union here and say Boolean or number, and this initially can be 1. No. Gosh dang it. If why is the X showing up in our nav bar? It relies too on this. um, well, that's not gonna work. All right. Well, um, like I said before, well documented. It's a good problem to come back to. We got a couple to-dos to do on the snap bar, fix some bugs. So,